Panda, welcome to the stream, Pandas. I'm Bye Money. I'm glad that you can join us today. Seriously, this is the best community on the internet, and so I am just so blessed to be part of it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Pandas. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, let's start off on the chat. Giving us a good morning or good evening, depending where you're from. Give us a location. It helps the stream out a lot. Lets the YouTube algorithm know that this stream is bussin' when you hit that like button and participate in the chat. So I do appreciate it if you guys give us a good morning and location. Good morning, everybody. I have my eyes on this two-legged pullback right now, so I'm kind of focused on the charts right now. Right off the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. This is a 10K chart, by the way. And I'm thinking about taking this if this gives us a decent signal bar here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Alex, fellow Panda. Good morning, Eric Z from Orlando. Good morning, Pavel from Russia. Tanner, Neil, good morning from Montana. Welcome back. Welcome, Mike Carroll. Welcome back, Pandas. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Kurt from Berlin. I'm not sure if I've seen your name before, Kurt. Welcome to the stream. Jason, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rohan from Jamaica. All right. Kevin Fennel, good morning from Texas. Phil W, good morning. My Canadian Pandas, my Panadians. Jeff Fox, good morning from Virginia Beach. Good morning, Terrence, Hawaii, aloha. Good morning, Bamshi. Yeah, he says, watch out for second entry long, a 10K chart. That's exactly what I'm looking at, Bamshi. We're on the same page here. Right off 20 EMA here. Beautiful signal bar right now. Let's see if we can maintain the signal bar. We gotta let the bar finish, though. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Bamchi, minus 800. That's the truth about trading. I took a silly trade. I'll go over it. Let me just say good morning to everybody. Good morning. Default name. Good morning from Hong Kong. Welcome, Bry Izzle from Virginia. Welcome, Douglas Hill from Massachusetts. Delu, good morning. Heart Attack Gaming, it's a good morning. Scalp 1.25 points with 5 contracts on the E-mini. Congratulations, Heart Attack Gaming. Congrats on your gains. Just rolled from the bottom of the range. Let's go, baby. Here's a obvious range. Even the trading range indicator can identify it. We broke this trend line. The reason why I didn't enter that is because this trend line wasn't broken. I'm looking for a higher low setup here to enter into this trade if it triggers on the 2K chart. Otherwise, I'm looking for the two-legged pullback on the 10K chart, just right off the 20 EMA. Good morning, Pandas. Good morning. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out the stream a lot. If you like to support the channel, hit the like button. Subscribe to know whenever I put out content or go live for day trading. Good morning, Pandas. Just slowly waiting for this candle to finish here. I'm looking at the 10K chart. It is getting close to market open. I do have a rule for myself that I don't like to enter a trade that might go into the market open. But I'm liking this two-legged pullback a lot. And I'm willing to take a hit on this, even if it traps me out. Just because I like the setup a lot on the 10K chart. But it really depends on this signal bar. I like a good signal bar. I don't want a big wick. Big wick on the signal bar makes me think possible trading range. Good morning, Pandas. Hey, if you're new to the stream, I'm Bye Money. Welcome to the stream. This is live day trading, and it's as raw as it gets. Yes, I am a panda, and this panda loves to scalp the E-mini. I only scalp one single instrument, the E-mini. only look for one single setup, the two-legged pullback. Setup that looks like this. You often hear me say ABC pattern. Basically 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. Key areas. For instance, we have a two-legged pullback right here off the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. And we are waiting for this to finish, this candle to finish. This will be our signal bar. We like to enter one tick above the signal bar. I like to go into a small retracement typically. We do have a break of this trend line on the 2K chart. That's what I was waiting for. I didn't want to go into there because I wanted this to first happen here. Give me a nice break of this trend line before entering. So I like to go on the 2K chart, it will be a higher low setup. That's what I would look for. But on the 10K chart, this two-legged pullback will be probably good enough for me. Just because it's such a nice two-legged pullback. It's consolidated perfectly into the mark, into 20 EMA caught up, catches up to it. We got ourselves a nice two-legged pullback here. Just watching this. If you'd like more information about the setup, the reason we like this setup is because in the right context, it's greater than 90% probability to make 1 point on the E-mini. For every contract, that's $50. So the more contracts you trade, the more you make on each scalp. And so the idea is to find the highest probable trade and increase our contract sizes. As our capital grows, and we are looking for that greater than 90% probability, and hopefully we got one here. I'm waiting for this candle to finish here before priming up my entry here. But we are approaching so close to market open. I like to sit on my hands until after market open. But with this setup so good, I might enter here. By the way, fill out that poll. Right now, 80 votes on it. Most of you guys think it's a trading range day. 48% a trading range day. As this candle develops here, actually, let me let this candle finish because it's almost there. Only 800 more ticks. By the way, this is a 2,000 or this is a 10K, 10,000 tick chart. If you'd like to know more information about the setup, you can check out the description or playlist going over the details of the two-legged pullback. I also like it here, right? Bottom of the trading range 10K chart. Also like how it's bouncing off the top of these pivot highs, acting as support. I like that a lot. I just need a nice signal bar here. Personally, I would have liked it if it actually went down here, but this is a higher low setup, and I'm liking this. 600 more ticks here. And I might actually swing this a couple points here. Might swing it more than, because of the amount of risk we have, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a quarter points of risk. So I'm probably gonna look for 2 points here because it's greater than 4-point risk. That gives us enough room top of the trading range here as well. Still have 600 ticks left. Also, we like to trade pure price action here, and so I don't have any other indicators other than things that help me with price action. 20 EMA, 240 SMA, also a script that tells us counts every leg for us automatically and identifies second entries with a color code. Simple color scheme. Dark green, dark red numbers are second entries. So if they're above and below the candles on the left side, then you know those are already triggered. But on the right side, we can see the upcoming leg is a second entry with a dark green number here. A, B, C, and there's your two-legged pullback. And so the script is identifying that the next entry here will be a second entry with a dark green number, which I am very interested in here. Candle's looking pretty decent here. Pretty strong candle. 29 more ticks. 27 more ticks. This is before market open though. Typically don't like to go into trades like this because of market open causing so much volatility. Being able to stop you out very easily here. But I like the setup here, so I'm going to actually enter this. If we can get this to trigger first, and I'll come back with a 1-tick retracement. Hey, by the way, do not copy my trades. I am a panda after all. Why would you copy a panda? Trade at your own risk. I'm liking this setup here, and I would like to enter here on this two-legged pullback off the 10K chart. It just looks so clean. Strong breakout. And we have a two-legged pullback here. Did I miss a train? Do I have to chase this one tick here? I might have to chase this. Might have to chase this because this might go without me. If it ticks up one more time, I'm gonna chase it. Feel me? Hasn't filled me yet. If it ticks up one more time, I gotta chase this. This might go without me. Okay, I'm in the trade. I'm gonna go for 2 points here. And I tried to go for the one tick retracement, but I didn't like how it was acting. I've missed so many trades because of that. Trying to get that one tick retracement. I could have gotten the one tick retracement if I was a little more patient. I just did not like that movement right there. I'm in this trade, and potentially could be a $400 loss, increasing my losses. Or I can come out with $200 here. It's gonna be a little more than $400 loss. But as I'm in this trade, I will actually, let's keep it here. I'll let this trade finish here, because we all like to see successful scalps, right, on the stream. I especially like to see successful scalps. Gonna end the poll here. Welcome, pandas. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Currently, it is a 10K tick. And I'm looking for 2 points here because my risk is more than 4 points. And so I'm actually increasing my reward here because of the math. You have to increase your reward if your risk is bigger. Currently, just waiting for this to finish. I'm going to have diamond pause here. I'm going to just ride this one out no matter what happens. I like the setup a lot here. Two-legged pullback right off the 20 MA on the 10K chart. It's a pretty clean two-legged pullback. I'm looking for 2 points here, pandas. Perfect scalp made. Looking for 2 points though. The main reason being is because the risk is larger, right? We have more than 4 point risk. So I'm looking for 2 points here. Just waiting. Market's about to open. About 1 minute. And even if I lose on this trade, it's okay. I think it's worth it, right? You need to get that 2 points when your risk is larger than 4 points because of the math. Like, you need the math to work for you. And if I lose on this, it's fine. I'm okay with that. But in my mind, this trade is only worth it for 2 points. Just holding. Market's about to open in about 3 seconds. All right, market is open. Let's go, baby. Come on. Give me my 2 points. Come on. Come on. Give me my 2 points. Come on. Don't do that to me. Oh my, missed me by 1 tick, pandas. Ah. Missed me by 1 tick. This could stop me out now. Missed me by 1 tick. Come on. It's all good, pandas. For me, the risk was worth it, in my opinion. The idea is you gotta stick to the plan no matter what. And I'm sticking to the plan. I'm down 800, but I'm sticking to the plan. And If I get burned, so be it. And that's just the name of the game. It's just the name of the game, pandas. Sometimes you get burned. You know, I wanted to, and you might say that's greedy, right? Why did you look for 2 points instead of 1 here? It's not greedy. In my opinion, it's the opposite of greedy. Greedy would be maybe to try to stop out early and not have the math work for you. But in my opinion, for me, I had to have the math work in order for these trades to be worth it. I might get stopped out here, and that's fine. I mean, it hurts. Obviously, I'm gonna be down already 1,200 for today for a dumb trade yesterday. Like it was such a dumb trade, and I'll go over it because I know how dumb it was. But it looks like I might get stopped out here from the looks of it. I would like not to be stopped out, but what can you do? If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. But just watching this trade here, gonna let it finish here. And that's like one of the reasons why I don't like to be in a trade when market opens, because of this volatility, right? Like spikes up, spikes down. It could do a lot of stuff right on market open. And so this might be one of the, just a simple rule. If I just listen to myself and not enter in at market open, like carry a trade into market open, then I could have avoided this trade. And I'm kind of bending my rules already. It might show I might be on tilt right now, and hopefully I can have the self-awareness enough to stop myself before I take some serious damage today. If I lose on this, I probably will start to trade smaller. I might just trade one contract because even though I want to really regain all my losses, in my mind, what's more important is I gotta just get in some good trades and get my profitability back. And so even though it might take longer to recoup my losses with one contract, I would just be more confident in trading and and hopefully stop the bleeding. Because if I'm entering bad trades, then I might be on tilt, and so I want to reduce the risk as much as possible. I need to prove to myself I need my profitability back here. Diamond pause here. I'm just holding on to this, keeping my stop loss where it should be. It missed me by one tick. If I got my retracement, I might have been able to get out on that. But even then, I might still be trapped here. Just waiting for this to finish. We do have our trading range protecting us. We also have the 20 EMA protecting us as well, and so we do have some support here helping us a little bit. But if the market wants to go down, it's going to just break through these supports as if they're not even there. So just waiting. Waiting for this trade to finish. And I'm just watching here. Sitting on my, well, not really sitting on my hands. I'm already in a trade. Just waiting. Let this finish out. Let this trade finish out here. And this is not a place where you want to be, right? If you're going long here, you do not want to see a nice signal bar like that going down on a second entry, lower high setup. You don't want to see that if you're going long. I'll just say that right now. And so it's just in my mind, I might as well just skunk this trade if it comes back up, because this is so disappointing. If I'm able to skunk out, then it's kind of maybe it's a I mean, I like my premise still. We're above the 20 MA. We're still in the trading range here. Potential trap trade here. Maybe I'll come out break even, or I'll hold my trade. I do not like this, and typically if something happens we don't like, I like to skunk it, get out. I think it'll come way back up here. Probably gonna skunk this trade. I'll try to save on commissions one tick here. Another main reason being is because this is an HL4 setup, and so the next reversal could be really big. L4 setup on the 10K chart potentially forming here. The market is being like phobic right at this point, which was yesterday's close. It's like keeps bouncing off of it. And I don't like to see that if I'm trying to go long. I don't like to see it bouncing off, being phobic, right? When it touches it, that means that shows to me there are limit orders here, right? There are bears with limit orders here trying to push the market down. If I see that phobic, just like that bounce off, it just doesn't like to get near it, and every time it gets near it, just bounces right off of it. I don't like when it does that at a certain level because showing that there's obvious limit order bears here. If they're limit order bears here, then most likely they're limit order bears a little bit above it and a little bit more above it. So I'm gonna try to skunk this trade if possible. Salvage myself from a $400 plus loss. Even though I might miss on gains, I still will. I think it's worth protecting my capital more than trying to gain my capital. Hope that makes sense. And so you see the limit order? See, there are limit order bears here. That means they're most likely limit orders one tick above as well. And so that's what's causing that trap here. If this reverses here on this L4, oh, there's two L4s. There's an L4 and H4 setup all happening in one spot. That's crazy. If this next one triggers, it's going to be H4 to the top. You see that limit orders right there? Like I said, if there are limit orders here, then there's most likely limit orders right above it as well. Showing us the bearishness of this market at the moment. So I don't know if I'm able to get out break even here, pandas. I might just eat this $400 loss, but I'm okay with that because for me it was part of the plan, right? I wanted to hit 2 points, and unfortunately I didn't get the 2 points. The one thing that I did stray from is not being in a trade during market open. There's a reason why I don't do that, and this is the exact reason why. I guess I could have scalped out at one point, but for me it's just not worth it, right? That amount of risk I'm taking, I need to take more than 1 point. And for me, I'll actually lose out. I'm basically losing out by taking only 1 point out. But I'm still in this trade. We're still waiting for this to pan out. Don't know what's going to happen. Most likely, if this triggers below here, it's going to come down pretty hard because of the L4 setup. And it looks like it wants to break down, and it's going to stop me out. This is most likely like 90% going to stop me out here. It's all good, pandas. It's all good. We stick to the plan. How do we look like on the 2K chart? Most likely make a lower low here. We break this, lower low, and possibly then reverse. The fact that it broke under here on the L4 setup is just a high chance to stop me out still. Such a high chance to stop me out. Like, I almost want to put my stop order right here and just save myself a little bit more. Because most likely if it triggers this, it's going to stop me out. But I'm just going to hold on to this, pandas. Just because we have the 20 EMA, just because we're in bottom trading range. We have a couple things helping us here. And we still have not triggered yet, so... It's just such a high chance to get stopped out. Just waiting, pandas. The thing is, like, if I get stopped out here, I'm ready to go into the next H4 setup. I'm right away about to go in again, going long. If this gives me a strong bull bar here, then I'm actually gonna bring my stop. I'm actually put my profit target back up here. Probably at 2 points again if we get a strong bull bar. But if we don't get a strong bull bar, I'm just gonna keep it at skunk level here. Just watching, just watching. Watching here. Strong bull bar. If we end in a strong bull bar, I might bring my stop loss back up to 2 points here. Or my profit target, sorry. Thinking we're coming back to the top of the trading range. But pandas, we're just waiting here. The market is being tricky. Tricky. Diamond pause. I got diamond pause right now. The thing is, like, I'm really okay losing this. Like, I'm fine. You know, $1,200 loss in a day. It sucks, but we can recoup. It's not about recouping, it's just sticking to the plan. But I saw a good signal bar here. Wanted to get 2 points. Couldn't get my 2 points. Could have scalped at 1 point. But the main thing was being in a trade. Like, I was so my eyes got wide because I just saw a nice 2-legged pullback off the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. And I broke my rule of not being in a trade during market open. And this is what I get, breaking my own rules. So we're failing to go up higher, and this is most likely going to stop me out now. Again, I'm okay with this. It hurts, but I'm okay with it. And we do have an H4 setup coming the other way. And so if this does stop me out, I'm ready to go in another long here. I know it's going to sound crazy. Like, why would I punish myself twice? But that's just the name of the game. Just watching this just torturing me right now. Look at the 2K chart. Torturing me. What is this choppiness right now? This makes it lower lows, 20 EMA, blocking it. Yeah, that looks pretty. This is looking more and more bearish as time goes on. Goodness. Golly. That is not what you want to see if you're going long. Pandas, diamond pause. Let's go. This is not a counter trend trade, by the way. There's no way this is counter trend. This is with trend, right? Strong breakout, 2-legged pullback. This is a with trend trade. Someone said this is a, counter trend trades are tricky. This is not counter trend trade. Sleepy Joe says, "Hey Panda, been trading US close and watching the replays because of time zone in Australia or Austria. Australia or Austria, AUS. Happy to finally trading live with you. Welcome to the stream, Sleepy Joe. Just watching this. Eric Z says, hindsight is 2020. It is truly 2020. But the rule that I had here, I wanted to break it because I saw this really good signal bar off the 20 EMA on the 2K chart. And that made me break my rule. And I'm just breaking all sorts of rules. And I really say, like, if I lose this trade, it's only because I broke my rules multiple times why I'm in this position right now. We do have some saving grace. This trend going upwards. I mean, we're still in this trade, incredibly so. I'm astonished we're still in this trade. I don't know how. That's a weak bull bar. The 2K chart, still finding resistance on the 20 EMA. Bouncing off it again right here, as you can see, on the 2K chart. Basically spike in channel on the 2K chart. Spike channel here. But we're breaking above this. We had a failed breakout right here. Okay, 2K chart. If it can't close above the 20 MA, then this, I'm not sure. It's just too choppy for me to really tell what's happening here. But we are under the 20 MA every single time. Trying to break above it, but cannot break above it. If we break this high, okay, pandas. 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 Panda. 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 Get me out of this trade. Get me out of this trade. Should I just gonna break even? It might have just stopped right there and reverse on a dime. Might have to eat these commissions. Woo! Alright, pandas. I'm out of the trade. Skunked it. Pandas. Diamond paws. Diamond paws. I skunked it just because I didn't like the shape of this, but man, on the 10K chart, we're still gliding above the 20 EMA here. And pandas, I skunked that trade. I'm sorry. I wanted that 2 points, but just the way this was looking, I'd rather skunk it, save my capital, and if it does go up, I miss out on that profit, but I'm okay with that. I just come out, break even. Let's go, baby. I'm in pause. Yeah, I'd rather save my capital here. I'm already down 800, and I already entered a trade breaking my rules, which was a dumb move. And even though I was able to come out break even right there, it's just too scary, right? Like, look, it came out, took me out break even. Now it's coming reversing back down. Like, that is not what you want to see. But I came out break even, pandas, and I'm okay with losing the potential profits here. What's more important for me is preserving my capital. And I'm glad I did, because look at that bar that was just created. That's why you want to skunk out if you do not like your trade, because something like this could happen easily, as it's doing right now. Whew. Pandas, pandas, pandas. There you see, that was 2 contracts. So potential $400 loss I was willing to take. Alright, pandas, welcome to the stream, and that's why you skunk your trade, pandas. I hope you know now why we skunk our trades. That is why we skunk our trades. Woo! That's wild. That's wild. Hey, but we're still in this trade. I mean, we're still technically in it. We're making higher lows every time. We do have a breakout here. And what we want to do is make a lower high here and potentially reverse this. I'll be interested in that, actually. The higher low setup here. Sorry. It was not right. I don't think it was right. Yeah. Higher low setup. To like a pullback. Higher low setup. Perfect point here. Then reverses. I mean, if we get a major trend reversal within this trading range, I'll be interested. We're still making higher lows here, as you can see. Higher lows every time. And we have break of trend, and now we need to make a new low. And then, pandas, what do we need for a major trend reversal? What are the 3 things we look for a major trend reversal? So now we made a new low here. We are in major trend reversal territory within a trading range. And on the 10K chart, we're breaking below. So this is why you skunk your trade when you do not like it. Pandas. Like, it's better to just skunk your trade and miss out on the potential profits than hold it. I would have been stopped out by now. That is why. That is why, pandas. I should have gone that. That was actually an L4 setup. So, wise decision on my part. Skunk that trade at break even. SW Blaze says break of trend, new extreme, higher low. Rin as says trend break, higher low. break a trend, new low, which is now being created, right, on both of these lows, this low and this low. And now potential two-legged pullback. If we're just on a strong downtrend though, yeah, we can also consider this break of trend, new low, and then we can think we're trying to look for a, typically we want this to create its own two-legged pullback, and then we want a higher low two-legged pullback. But if this really falls down, then I'm just thinking of, you know, trend, just downtrend, potential trap trade here as well. So these are the entries we want here. Higher low setup, potential trap. This is what we're looking for, and these are all formations of two-legged pullbacks here. So for those who do not know, two-legged pullbacks come in two forms. We got a new member. Thank you for becoming a new member. I'll make the screen bigger. I can't even read that name on the preview. Thanks for becoming a panda. Two-legged pullbacks come in two forms. This is the classical one. But we also have this variation with a lower high setup. So what we're looking for is that lower high, or in this case, the higher low. Broker trend coming back up, strong bull bar. That's what you want to see on the major trend reversal. You want to see a strong bull bar. You want to see a reversal here, bottom of the trading range, right? Failed to break out trading range. Glad I skunked that, pandas. And that's how you skunk a trade, pandas. That's why I started this stream, so you know how to skunk a trade. That's why this stream is here. I did that on purpose for you guys. Well, let's stick to the plan, pandas. Let's stick to the plan. I'm down 800. Let me go over what I did. It was a dumb move. Basically, overnight session. It was late in the night, like midnight. And there was a two-legged pullback right here. Actually, like, you know, technically like this. Two-legged pullback. And I took this two-legged pullback on the worst signal bar ever. Off the 20 MA, and again I broke my own rule. Like, worst signal bar, I took it still, thinking that we were gonna go higher, and like I really thought we were gonna hit this price target right here, but took that trade. I do not know why. I'm reversed, and it stopped me out big time. And I came in with, like, you know, two contracts, but I had a pretty large stop loss, thinking we're gonna hit this, and because of that, I paid the price. We do have a higher low setup here. Higher low setup, and we'll trigger above the 20 MA. But we're kind of in a downtrend at the moment, but we do have break a trend. I'm gonna try to enter this trade here. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that outside bar reversal. I'll have to wait for this bar to finish before entering. Yesterday's close will be blocking the way. Now I'm more interested in a trap trade here. I don't like that, how this made an outside bar reversal, creating a wick plus yesterday's close is blocking the way. Could potentially be a resistance. So I'd rather wait for a trap entry here. So what I mean by that is A, B, C, and you think it's going to reverse here, but rather the second entry fails to make a point, and we like to go into the trap. So I'm going to look for a trap trade now. Let's see if we get it. Everything right now, yeah. Daniel Eyes, what happened, Daniel Eyes? Why do we need to pray for you? I'm still in, pray. Hey, thoughts and prayers to Daniel Eyes. I think this might be signs of, you know, tilt trading. Hey, thoughts and prayers to you. Sorry if I'm missing your chats. Hey, if you're a panda, by the way, I'm going to go up. I'm going gonna go over your chats. I know you guys are probably talking about that trade, but let's go. Let's go. Man, almost had it. Almost had that 2 points too. It was one tick away. But hey, almost it doesn't mean anything, right? In trading. Kellyanne says I always go for 2 points. Vamshi says maybe a TRP for shorts and 10K as second entry short triggered. We do have this higher low setup still. Kind of liking it now that we're finding some consolidation here and we're above the 20 MA. I kind of like this even more now actually because of that. Huh. Yesterday's close may act as resistance. We're bouncing off of it already. It can blast through it, but I would like a trap trade here if possible. I would like a trap if we can get it. I would really like that. But let's see if the market gives it to us, pandas. I mean, the thing is, pandas. Ooh, that's a two-legged pullback off the. Huh. I kind of like this trade. Another two-legged pullback off the. And this is. L4. 4 pushes down. That higher low setup. Still hasn't made a point. I would like a trap here, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. This might be too strong. Daniel Eyes, you might hit your target here. Welcome back, Megan. Karthik says prices turned sharply at the open to touch yesterday's high. Now congestion, trying to decide where to go. Thoughts and prayers, Panda. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. People are saying this is pretty clear bear channel, which I do have drawn out here, and we did break out, but we also have major trend reversal, and so I am hesitant to call this a bear trend yet because of the fact that we're in trading range. We're choppy here, and we are making lower highs every time, but we do have major trend reversal pattern here as well in a choppy market, which is where I typically like to go into major trend reversals. Charlie Cooper says, I took the same trade, then came here to see if you took it too. Whew. I'm looking for a trap trade though, pandas. I'm really looking for a trap trade here. And the reason why I like to look for a trap trade is because if it does make a successful second entry and it just zooms down, then the trap, waiting for the trap trade actually saves you from that. Because, you know, if it zooms down on the second entry here, you know, continuing this downtrend, then waiting for the trap actually saves you because your setup doesn't hit if it does happen that way. Daniel asks, you got the true diamond hands, you got titanium hands, you got carbon fiber hands. Aiden Maletti says, what tool do you use to draw those two-legged pullbacks? Where can I get it? Look at the frequently asked questions. Pandas, this higher low makes a scalp, right? We have it here on the 10K chart. Beautiful signal bar at the bottom, trading range again. And Daniel Eyes, you might get your profit target. I don't know where your profit target is, but this is looking good now. It's starting to reverse. That's the higher low setup we were looking for. But I wanted the trap because of yesterday's close. We're blocking it. But that's the higher low setup. This is the major trend reversal, what I was talking about. I had it drawn out way early on, but like I said, breakup trend. And the higher low, second entry, which is right here. Which is what we're getting here. Still not 2 points. Still hasn't made it 2 points yet. Eric Z, thanks you for becoming a panda. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for donating to my morning coffee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy priority responding to your questions and answers. Enjoy your custom panda emoticons. Looking for a trap trade here. And as long as it doesn't hit the zeros, we're in a trap here. Looking for a trap. Pandas, give Eric Z a warm welcome. This is a trap trade I was looking for. I'm going to go in with a stop limit order because of how quick these traps can trigger. And as long as we don't have the zeros, we're still in the trap. We can be in a perfect scalp. I might be interested in a perfect scalp trap, but preferably I like to be in a magenta box trap. Major trend reversal within a trading range. Let's get this. Still waiting for this to trigger. Waiting for my trap to trigger here. A beautiful signal bar. The scalp fails to make a point. Double bottom. Okay. Perfect scalp made. No longer interested in that trap. You see that? So the trap makes it so like you can get rid of the trade if it's not there. And there's no trade here. So now what I'm just looking for is possibly I need more signs of an uptrend. And I'll just trade two-legged pullbacks off the 20 MA here if we are in the uptrend now. If we could still be in on the major trend reversal, but it's just those trades right now that I would typically look for are gone. The higher low setup does hit, but like I said, I had reservations because of yesterday's close blocking the way. And so I was more interested in the trap trade. And so trap didn't, trap's gone. There's no trap now, so I have no trade. So there's no FOMO here because there's no setup. And we're just waiting for the next setup here, pandas. Daniel, thoughts and prayers to you. I don't know if you're still in this trade, but I like this. I like this setup a lot, right? I like the fact that we made a new low, and then we made a new high, making me think that this downtrend is over, right? This high is higher than this high, and so we can start to go in an uptrend now, and we're just waiting. But we're waiting for the market to tell us what happens. I need a little more evidence here before I start looking to go in long trades. But it's just looking choppy. Looking very choppy today. Looking at the daily. I mean, look at the daily. It's just wacky. Wacky. I will say though, pandas, if the daily, like here H4, right, you can see the L4 setup. We have another L4 setup, right? And this one is a guaranteed L4 setup. That means no matter what, if the market reverses, it's an L4, right? We already have the trap triggered on the magenta 4. And so on the next reversal, pandas, I'm gonna go in, and I think I'm gonna go in, depending on how it looks like, I think I might go in pretty hard. This is such a high reliable trade on the reversal on L4s, H4s, and on a daily chart, boy oh boy. That's not what you want to see though. Coming back to retest the bottom trading range. Got stopped. Daniel, you got stopped. You got stopped down now when you held it way down here. Daniel. Oh. It's all good, Daniel. I feel like you might be like on a semi-losing streak, and I don't. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And the reason why I think you might be on a losing streak is because look at the last few days. 1, 2, 3, 4 days just trading range. It's just very confusing in my opinion. Right? Huge swings, like huge reversals midday. Very hard to trade. Then guys, you gotta recoup. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. I know I was in one trade today already and I skunked it. And to me it's good skunk, I'm glad I skunked it. Hey, regardless, I'm still trying to read the price action. I'm still trying to answer your questions, pandas. Kellyanne, if you look at the frequently asked questions, there is explanation of H4. I do go over to H4 often on my streams. I should put another time index of me going over the H4, but basically it's two-legged pullbacks in a row. It is the holiday weekend, so people might be on vacation already. So we might get some chop today. Megan says, Daniel, I had a bad week last week too, and a semi-bad week this week. Panda, stick to the plans. You know, in my opinion, every time I do have a bad week, I will say, typically because I don't stick to the plan, right? I'll trade on tilt. I'll trade larger than I typically do. I stray away from the strategy. I do some weird stuff. I do really creative stuff. I'll tell you, I don't know if anyone is more creative than me than losing money. I can find many ways to lose money. You know, I'm really good at that. As a panda, I am so good at losing money. But I do find out every time I do have, these losing streaks, it's typically because I go on tilt or I stray from the plan. Right? I break my rules. For instance, like going long here, and I went and extended my stop loss. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, for me, my eyes were hungry for this target, and when I saw this two-legged pullback, I'm like, here we go, here it is. Even though it's the worst two-legged pullback I can possibly imagine, the worst signal bar, I enter this trade knowing that super high chance to get stopped out for it to trap. In fact, I should have waited for the trap, right? If I saw this trade again, I should just wait for the trap because I knew how bad the signal bar was. Yet I still entered it, and and in my mind, I'm just like, why am I so dumb? How many times am I going to pay for these dumb lessons that I have to take time and time again? I have to get taught these lessons multiple times, and it just shows how, just how forgetful we are as traders, how dumb we are as traders, and how foolish we can be. And when greed takes over, it just makes you lose sight of what, is important for trading, which is to stick to the plan. So something like that, where I have an $800 loss today, purely because I didn't stick to the plan. But I do find out that most times, because I don't stick to the plan, I have these bad days. SW Blake says, will you trade Monday until noon? I will actually not. On Monday, there will be no stream. Sorry, pandas. But I will be out with Mrs. Panda. Daniel I says, was on a big win streak before, lost it all. And I'll say I've done that many times as well. Richard Harris says, reloaded charts, but still much different. Anything else I can do? One other thing I do is my time. I use the government time. I use this as my time, and that could also create different candles for you, because depending on your time on your local machine, your candles will form, and if there's an offset, right, if our time is different, there's a slight offset, it can make the entire chart look different. And so that's the time I use. If you want to learn how to change your time, you can Google it, but that's the time server. You can Google change time server, and hopefully that can find you. I mean, we did break trend, and in my opinion, like, we could still be major trend reversal, but I do not like these lows forming here. We're going below these lows. I don't like that at all, right? But still trading range, in my opinion. It could be a very tricky day today. 10K chart, super choppy. 5-minute chart. What do we have here on the 5-minute? 5-minute, just... yeah. When it looks like this on the 5-minute in the first, like, 10 candles, buckle up, right? It's gonna be a tricky trading day, in my opinion. It's gonna be trading ranges. You're not gonna know when the trading range ends or begins. You don't know when it's gonna break out and fail breakouts. It's gonna be difficult to trade, in my opinion. Like here, you're thinking, man, we're coming way back up, but hey, just reverses on the dime. But it is just a two-legged pullback, actually, right off the support here, or the resistance. I'm not going to go long here, right, because we have obvious trend line here. And this is a two-legged pullback off the bottom trading range, but because of this trend line, it will prevent me from going long. Right? If I want to long here, I need to break the trend line and make a higher low setup. Look at the 20 EMA. Look how we're slicing in and out of it right now, giving us more clues that this is most likely trading range day today. Daniel I says, hopefully this breaks down so I feel better. Hey, either way, I'm okay. Breaks down or not, as long as it might give me clear direction then, which is what I'm looking for. I need clear direction, pandas. Like if we're in a trading range, I need clear direction that we're in a trading range. Like I need to have, and for me, it's the case is building up for me more and more that we are in trading range day today. Trading range on the daily, I'm just looking at it. H4 or L4 setup on a daily on top of a trading range. That's just, man, you're just like, in my opinion, it's like free money. Well, if this candle is like bearish like this, I might even come in Monday just to take that scalp. If we come with like a L4 setup on Monday. I'm not gonna stream. Actually, I'm probably busy, but most likely not gonna stream. But I might trade still. Because if that L4 setup is there, I want it. SW Blaze says, how about fading the breakout here? That is one thing you can do. Notice this pandas. High here, lower high, right? And now we try to double top, right? So we could be on a downtrend. This could be signs of a downtrend, right? When we're double topping like this. In my opinion though, trading range is more likely because of the chop we are in. And because the market is fractal, right? When you have chop within candles like this, then the bigger picture most likely would turn to chop as well. And that's kind of like what Al Brooks would say. Before you go in trading range, often there are clues before the trading range forms because you start to see, right, two-sided trading. You start to see bulls and bears. You see long wicks, dojis. You start to see within single bars, right, trading ranges. Basically, a doji is a trading range bar. And so, you know, you have all of these clues that most likely the market is confused. And if the market is confused, it has a hard time to start trending because how confused the market is. So most likely trading range, in my opinion. From reading the price action, that's what it seems like. Now with that being said, if it's trading range, then we fade breakouts. So even though we're breaking down this trading range here, right, given to us by the trading range indicator, we know we're not thinking, okay, this is gonna be a strong downtrend now. We're thinking most likely it's gonna come and reverse back into the trading range, in my opinion. Yeah, Daniel, if you don't have the 10 points, so you're talking about this L4 setup, I have my scalp on the daily. If you have the indicator, by the way, if you want the indicator, the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the official website, bottom right of your screen. The URL is there, www.twoleggedpullback.com. It's the official website of the two-legged pullback, and you can get the indicator there. But on the indicator, you can change the settings of what it takes to make a scalp, and that helps with the trap calculation. And so we have a trap here because this failed to make 10 points. And because of that, we have an L4 setup. And the reason why I do that is because if you do a 1-point scalp on the daily, the risk is just, it's not worth it, in my opinion. But with that being said, the last 2 years, there has never been a time where a two-legged pullback formed on the daily and it does not make a point. It always makes at least 1 point in the last 2 years. I checked the last 2 years on the daily, and the daily makes a second entry. In the last 2 years, it has not made a point, just 1 point. Now, that being said, I didn't go into details of those trades, but this is actually a nice. If this was trending day, this would be a nice trap to go into, right? Confirming this trend line. Two-legged pullback failed here. And that's actually a good trap here on a trending day. But how the point is made, I do not know. It could maybe tick up one tick, break, and create, and trigger the second entry, and then it can go down 20 points and then come all the way back up. I don't know how the point is made, but has never been in the last 2 years a point not being made on the daily chart. Fun fact, I guess. I'm not sure how informative that is for your trading, but pandas. Hey, make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. This is a decent trap trade, but we're in the bottom trading range, and I do not like to go short in bottom trading ranges. Call me crazy. Call this panda crazy. I just don't like doing it. I just don't like it. You can't make me do it. So I'm not going short here, even though we do have this trend line. And basically, this is confirmation of that trend line. Our second entry tried to break through it, failed to break out, and now reversing. So that's why we have a magenta diamond here, saying that this second entry failed to make a point. So if it does reverse and hits this diamond, then we have a bona fide trap. Days like this, I actually like to look at the 10K chart. What a tricky trade, Like, how tricky is this candle on the 10K chart? We break below, and we zoom back up, creating this crazy outside bar, and then come right back down, create this amazing signal bar, and zoom back up. Like, how tricky is that? The 10K chart being tricky, just breaking your neck each way, right? Outside bar here, it comes way back down, comes way back up, creates a big wick, comes back down. It's just whiplash at its finest. We are in trading range, but I do have like a bearish bias right now. Trap does trigger here. And that typically is a nice trap right off the 20 MA. I failed to break out, failed to make a point. But like I said, pandas, I don't like to go short on the bottom trading ranges. And even though we have a bearish bias right now because we're making these lower lows, still does not mean that we're not in trading range, right? It can be both. And so I need the trading range to break out like truly in order for me to really start to go short. And the trap fails to make a point right now. I mean, you could easily make a point, but it's failing to make a point at the moment. But that's not a bad trap trade. It's just the bottom of the trading range. I didn't like it. You always look to the left of the charts, whenever you go into a trade. And if I look to the left of the charts, I see price action here. I see support here. I see trading range here. It does make a point finally, this trap. I was 50-50, but really, that's a good setup because of this trend line, right? Respecting that trend line, respecting the 20 MA. But I just didn't like the fact that we were in the bottom of a trading range. So now, the question is, should we fade this trading range or are we in a downtrend? That is the million-dollar question. And the reason why people have a hard time answering that question is because it's very difficult to know the answer to that question. We can use price action to help us give us some more probabilities and to lean the probabilities to our side, right? Like if we start to see chop like this. But the thing is, like if I see a trap like this, trigger down like this, I don't like that. I think this is probably more bearish, right? This is, to me, signs of bearishness. Oh, that definitely gives me signs of bearishness, right? We have like big surprises like that. All right, this is giving me more signs of bearishness. I failed to break out, reverse, traps out right there. Right, that's bearish behavior in my opinion. Right, that's what you typically see in a bear market. And when you see things that happen in a bear market, then you can think maybe this is showing the character of the market cycle. We might be in a bear trend day today. But I have not forgotten this trend. Like, I have not forgotten this trading range. We're off the 240 SMA now, and we can bounce off right off of it. And we can, and this, you know, people could be fading this breakout, thinking, okay, people are now convinced in a bear trend, but now, no, actually, we tricked them. We're gonna come right back into the trading range, and that's because of all of this choppiness here, in my opinion. The choppiness is making me think, I don't know how strong the bear trend is gonna be. But with that being said, what the price action is telling us is two things: trading range and also downward bias. So we have two things fighting each other right now, because if you think about it, if you have a, you know, or we could just have a broad, you know, just a broad bear channel like this all day today, which is basically like a wide trading range, but, you know, tilted downwards. That's what channels are. That's all channels are. Aiden, congrats, pandas. Hey, congrats on the trap. Steve Y says, I'm going for the short trap. I'm crazy. No, I mean, I wouldn't beat you up for that. You know, like I said, like, I like that. You know, I liked it because of all the signs it was giving me. But I just have to look to the left of the chart, and I cannot ignore the fact that we have this here, this pivot low here. Ignore the fact that we have a trading range here that we've been fighting for a long time. And so typically I don't like to go short on bottom trading ranges. That's just plain and simple. Ooh, any measure moves? I mean, the obvious measure move is this hunk of junka. Right? The measure move will look like this, but we do not yet know where to put it because we don't have the low of the day or the low of it. But if it's a low here, if this is the true low, then we have potential measure move up here. But, you know, looking at this, like, it's just lower lows, right? The double top here, right? Actually triple top. It's not perfect, but it is it's a form of a triple top. I'm gonna go long on a H4 setup. If we get an H4 setup here, I'm going long, just because I'm not convinced yet we're in a strong bear trend. I think the bear trend is broad enough. The bear trend is broad enough to trade both ways. Also, this choppiness makes me think we can come back into this trading range here. But the H4 needs to set up. It needs to first set up. It's just a potential H4. It's not there yet. It will be an H4 if we reverse here without this making a point. Then the next reversal will be an H4 setup. Daniel says yes, H4. Waiting for the H4. I need an H4 emoticon because it hurts my eyes just typing out H4. Potential H4. Really high chance for H4 to happen here. I'm going to go on the reversal. H4 still has not yet triggered. H4 off the 240 SMA in a broad bear channel. Kevin Fennell says, why can't the third up make a point? Technically, the third up is a trap or is a wedge. But we're looking for the H4 here. Oh, H4. I'm ready to go in this trade here. Priming up my order. We have an H4 set up here. I need a semi-decent signal bar. I don't want a super bearish signal bar. I want a semi-decent signal bar. I want the signal bar to end, you know, 50% above the range of the signal bar. Like, this is a terrible signal bar. I would not want to go in H4 on that. Just waiting for a setup here. Coming back to the bottom of this channel, as you can see, this bear channel. Coming to the bottom of the bear channel now. With an H4 setup. This to me is like a 90% probability here for me, personally. Strong bear bar. Strong bear bar, ending near its low. Terrible signal bar. That signal bar is way too bad for me. Even though I really like the context here, it might be worth risking this 1, 2, 3 points here. It might be worth risking it But I do not like to go long on the signal bar. That's terrible. Even on an H4 setup. Oh, that's a really bad signal bar. I need a better signal bar than that, pandas. Just give me some green in the bar at least. Okay, this bar, inside bar might give us a nice signal bar here. 300 more ticks. I'm watching closely. Watching closely here. 50, 44. Okay. Good signal bar now. H4 setup, bottom of a bear channel on a choppy day. I'm ready to make this point here, pandas. I kind of wanted to go in a runner. Alright, too late. Gonna keep my 4-point stop loss here. Really like this H4 setup. Do not copy my trades, pandas. Trade at your own risk. The reason why I have to keep my 4-point stop loss is because sometimes the H4 triggers to H5 at the 5th trap and it just like spikes down real quick and reverses. And so I have the 4-point stop loss to prevent the H5 from stopping me out. It looks like the H5 does trigger here. You can see H5 does trigger and it might spike down, come back up. And I'm okay with that. I might enter again if this makes a higher low setup. If we get another second entry here, I might enter double position here. This to me is not bearish in my opinion. This to me is more bullish, right? The fact that this H5 is failing. I might go in another position here. If we come back up here, I'm going to another position. I'm doubling up my position here. Because H5 failed. Doubling up my position here if we get this. Okay, it'll just be right here again. If we're to reverse. Like the setup a lot. Doubling up my position. And if I lose a double position, then that's fine. I'm okay with that. I just think the risk is worth it. The reward risk is worth it. And the probability is so high here. Just waiting, waiting. Waiting. I'm in a double position here, pandas. Maybe I'll swing part of this. I might want to swing part of it. I'll just scalp out, actually. I just want a winner. Pandas, let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Let's go, let's go! Goodness gracious. Whew, let's go, baby. Just like that, pandas, I'm still in the red. But made a nice 200 points there, $200. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. If I had a runner here, maybe I should have kept one runner, but I just wanted to win, right? I just wanted to win. But the runner used to be in a runner, still a pretty decent runner here. I would be interested in the trap trade here. I'm not interested in going short. I'm interested in a trap trade at this point. Because I'm trying to fade. Now I'm trying to fade this trading range. I'm trying to fade it. Fade the breakout because of the L4 setup or H4 setup. So I'm going to look for a trap trade here, pandas. Let's go, baby. Megan Hedrick says, woohoo, 2-0 for me today, and I'm not going to relearn my lesson again. So I'm done trading today. Let's go, baby. I guess your lesson, your rule is you win 2 and then you stop. I'm guessing that's why you don't want to overtrade. And that's good, right? To know when for you is overtrading or not. You're still in this runner if you're in it. And maybe I should have ran one of those contracts. I don't regret it. I like it. I like the 200 points. Whatever. $200. You know, I'm fine with that. I just think like I just been in like a little bit of funk, right, with that. My mental capital is kind of low right now because I had to skunk that trade and I just barely missed it, and I took this dumb trade here, and I just think my emotional and mental capital are just all over the place. So I'm fine with that, and I just don't think I would have managed that runner well. I just like to come out, scalp out clean. $200. Let's go, baby. Jimmy says, got a micro running. Let's go. Mike Carroll, yeah. So the idea is, man, this could be a strong reversal, right? Because we've been in trading range all day, and we had a breakout. Typically, these breakout fails, and then we come up and we, we'll just come way back up in the trading range. Come way back up. We can potentially come way back up here. Anything goes on trading range days. That's the thing, right? Trading range days are crazy. But I'm not interested in going short here. Actually interested in going long off of this L4 setup. The nice thing about the L4, H4 setups is that they often act as reversal points. For instance, this acted, so the big reason why I want to take the reversal here is because I got burned so bad. And it's like singed into my mind right now. Where are we? What did I just do? I got burned so bad. So basically, L4 setup, and the next two-legged pullback after that failed and failed, and this acted as basically a reversal point, right? And ever since then, it never came back up to the high again, right? It missed it by 1 tick here, and so this was the pivot high so far. Megan Hedrick, you just became a panda. Thank you very much. Hey, Megan, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge. Megan's been following for a long time. In fact, that she is a member of the two-legged pullback community Discord, which you get access to if you do purchase the deluxe edition of the two-legged pullback indicator. So thank you, Megan, for becoming a panda. Hey, thank you for the free coffee. Thank you for donating the coffee. Thank you for just being a supporter of this channel. Megan, enjoy your two-legged pullback badge. Enjoy priority responding to your questions and answers. Pandas, give her a warm welcome. I just get a warm feeling when females become pandas. It's because, like, if I look at the demographic, there's 3% of my viewers are female. And for a trading channel, I think that's actually kind of high. But the main thing is, right, where are all the female traders? Where are they at? Right? There's like these great opportunities to make money on the market. But where are the female traders? Like, why aren't there more of them, in my opinion? And I think it's like, if you are like a stay-at-home mom, right, have kids, trading is almost like something you want to do, right? Because you can be at your computer, you can be at home all day. And now, of course, there's plenty of risk to trading, I know, and so I get like a warm feeling whenever a female becomes a panda, and because there's just so few of them. It's like rare. It's rare to have female pandas. I think in real life too. So I know we have a couple already. I believe Kelly is one. I know Megan is one now. So Lido, I'm a female trader. Oh, okay. By your picture, I can't tell what you are. I don't know if that's actually your picture or not, but it's hard to tell. Yo, Daniel, do you have a runner? Yo, Dan, do you have a runner right now? Because hopefully that runner is going to make up for all those losses. I'm looking for a trap here, Pandas. I'm looking for a trap. I'm looking for a trap here for those who went short on this terrible signal bar. We're going to punish these people going short here for them forgetting what market cycle we're in. We're going to punish these guys. We have a 1 tick above here. Outside bar. Actually, I'm going to come in with a limit order here. We're going to punish these traders trying to go short here. And are you ready to punish these traders? Do not copy my trades. This is not trading advice. I am ready to punish them. I can hear them. Those trying to go short here, thinking finally we're in a downtrend. Finally, here's my opportunity to go short on the second entry short. And you can hear them squealing. If this reverses, you can hear them almost squealing. Oh, Pandas, I just went into that trade. I don't know why. Oh, man, I accidentally misclicked. I need to skunk this. I misclicked that trade. Get out of this. No, get out, get out, get out. I misclicked. Okay. Whew. I accidentally went in early. I don't know why. Wow, that was crazy. But Pandas, we're going to go back into this trade if it comes back up here. I accidentally clicked, and it was a buy stop limit order, so it just went in because it was already lower. But we're going to punish these. I'm going to try to punish these shorts here. For them forgetting what market cycle we're in. Thinking we're just on a downtrend, but if it makes a point going downwards, then my setup's not there. And so be it. I'm fine with that. It has to go to the 75s for this to make a perfect scalp. And then I'm no longer interested. And if this does make a point, it might make me think the downtrend is stronger than I think. If this can make a point. Because if this is a trading range, then this should reverse here. This should be the reversal spot. In my opinion, of course. I'm a panda, and pandas are pretty dumb, right? Pandas, 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 pandas. Let's punish these traders. Let's punish them. Punish or get punished. Name of the game. Do not copy my trades. This is not trading advice. I don't like how it's phobic, right? Level phobic here. I should put a name to that. But as it approached here, it bounced right off of it. I don't like that kind of price action. I don't like it when it's phobic like that to a certain level, especially right before the entry. I don't like how when it's phobic like that, I typically like to stay away from the trade because again, that shows me limit orders are there, right? Limit order bears are here. So most likely there'll be limit order bears up here as well when it's very phobic to a certain level. But I like this setup and I think it's worth taking here. I'm going to punish some of these bears here, or I might get punished here. Thinking but I'm thinking market cycle. We are in trading range. And I'm willing to take this. Hopefully the stop losses get hit on those trying to go short, and we can zoom up here. Fading this breakout now. That's what this trade is. We're trying to fade this breakout. Trap is currently failing to make a point, which is not a good sign. But I'm going to hold strong here. I might just move my stop loss because I don't like... I'll keep the 4-point stop loss. Doesn't finish the scalp on that one candle, which disappoints me. But I think we still have more credence here coming back into the trading range. I don't like this price action. Don't like the movement here. I'm like thinking about skunking this trade. But let's keep it. Diamond pause here. Diamond pause. You like to see that. You don't like to see that bouncing off that same level 3 times, right? Which is the bottom of the trading range, right? If we extended this line, bottom of the trading range now acting as resistance. We don't like to see that. But I'm gonna stick to my guns here, stick to my pause, and I think we're going to come back into the trading range here. Just tickling my price target, tickling it again, keep tickling it, keeps tickling it. Keeps tickling my price target here. Come on. Keeps tickling my price target. I might skunk this because I don't like how it's having a hard time. Basically, okay, it's tickling again. I might skunk this. I'm going to skunk it here if it does come reverse now. Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Punish those bears for forgetting what market cycle we're in. Thinking, man, boy, oh boy, aren't we in a downtrend now? We are breaking down. But little do they know, price action, all this price action here, all this choppiness. Little do they know, right? Reversal on the L4. Little do they know what market cycle we're in. That's why we can get our edge. That's why we're going to be the top 10% of traders who can actually be profitable in the market. Let's go, baby. You're still in this runner, right? Like, now I'm like, I wish I had this runner because that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point runner, $500 extra on two contracts. Let's go, baby. Punish those bears. But pandas, I'm still in the red. But hey, for me, I don't care. I have a red day every once in a while. I mean, you know, when you just have so many green days in a row, it's okay to have a red day every once in a while. Gives you a reality check, you know. Put some bruises, you know, like, if you're like a fighter, you know, like Conor McGregor. I was a big fan of Conor McGregor. Like, I was following Conor McGregor before he became big. Like, I was following him, like, way before when he was, like, in the smaller circuits. And when he debuted inside UFC, man, the way he just styled on his opponent, I just knew I was gonna be a fan. I was gonna be a fan, and man, ever since then, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big Conor McGregor fan, and the way he, okay, obviously he's a little crude, and I know I'm a Christian, but the way he trash talks is just, it's just top class. He has the top class trash. His trash talking is so good that he can make millions off marketing just because of his trash talking. That's when you know your trash talking is at another level. It's so good that it creates a certain marketing promotion that makes him able to earn millions of dollars for his fights. That's how good you know, yeah, I'm punishing my family here, my bears, the bears here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. I know we have a 400 like goal, which is actually impossible because of concurrent. I've never had 400 concurrent viewers at one time, but pandas can dream, right? Pandas can dream. But just like Conor McGregor, right? He was just on this winning streak, and he could not lose. He was invincible until finally I think his first loss in the UFC was Nate Diaz, and after he lost, let's just say red day, right? We'll just use the analogy as a red day, right? He became better, and he won the second time, and he found out his weaknesses, his mistakes, and at the end became better. And so, I think trading's like that. Oftentimes you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna bleed, right? You're gonna have red days, but those days are gonna make you better, right? How much more does a lesson stick if you get burned on something? Right now, I know never to try to take the two-legged pullback after an H4 L4 setup because I got burned here. I know there's the possibility here. Again, H4 setup. Never take the second entry after the L4 setup. Now I have a rule that I'm able, like a invaluable rule now that I was able to gain because, and it cost me. It was an $800 lesson, but I'm never gonna forget it, right? And so sometimes these red days are good, right? Just to remind yourself. You can bleed and do not be overconfident. One second, pandas. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, pandas. Daniel I says, how would you manage this runner? It depends on how aggressive you want to be. If you have a certain price target, you can just keep the runner at break even +1. But in my opinion, because we're in a choppy market, I just don't know when it's going to swing down, when it's going to swing up. Probably, it's hard to say. I mean, you can just put it under each of these swing lows, right? Like, you can have a potential here, and then, yeah, you sure lose out on all these gains here, but you can have the potential to keep going up here. But this would be the first obvious place to put your stop loss, right? The pivot low here. But if you want, depends on how aggressive you want to be. You can just keep it here. But because of how choppy we are, I'm just not sure how high this can really go, right? Not saying that I don't think it can go high, but I just don't know how it's going to get there. Like, this can chop back down, hit your stop, come back way down here, and then resume back up. There's so many things that can happen, really. Because the market's so choppy. If we're like on a strong uptrend day today, then I would say, yeah, just keep it and just hold it, and hold it, and you probably can get a lot from that. But who knows, right? Maybe we made a low of the day today. Low of the day, and this can just come way back up here and make a new high. And that's like why runners are difficult to manage, because you can, depends on just how aggressive you are. Like, if you don't mind just losing out on the runner here, You know, as in like you don't mind just missing out all the gains. You're just like runners are runners. Just keep the runner here. Just wait all day and just see what happens. Also, I like to use the higher time frames sometimes. The higher time frames help me, right? Like if there's swings in the higher time frames, 10K chart, I like to use this as my runners. By the way, on the 10K chart, the trading range is still valid, right? We're still in this trading range. We have not yet had a successful breakout. We did come up to retest the bottom of the trading range and create a pretty big spike here, but we can well come back into this trading range. Mainly because on the 10K chart, breakout, but no follow through, right? Big green bar reversing this, right? Classic marks of a trading range. Yeah, I can go more about Conor McGregor, but he's insanely cocky, but extremely humble. It's very weird. Like he has like such incredible self-awareness. Like when he loses, he is so quick to say, "I lost," right? And that's it. It is what it is, right? And it's like he just brushes it off, and he just realizes, he just knows, and he knows like after a big fight, it's just respect to the fighters, and it's kind of like. Alaman Assad says Sugar Ray Goat. I mean, obviously boxing. I mean, but I'm talking about just MMA. Like if Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor fought each other like MMA style, it would be no contest. Like I would think I would be scared for Floyd Mayweather's life if Conor McGregor went into the octagon with Floyd Mayweather. Brandon Jones says the trick to runners is to build a time machine so you can see what your target should be. So Daniel, another way you can manage your runner is if you're like in this pretty strong uptrend, which I think this is, right? This is spike and channeling right now, right? Spike and channel. I would basically stop out of a runner on a major trend reversal, right? If we're seeing like, like when you're saying, oh, this is a strong uptrend, there's no reason for me to come out of my runner. And, it'd be nice if I could have my runner right now, but to show you, but it's like, okay, like your runner, if you think your trend is strong, then you have no reason to exit it unless there are signs of a major trend reversal. That means like we have closes below the 20 MA, right? Strong closes below the 20 MA. When I mean strong, I mean that the close is so strong that the top of the candle will create a gap between the MA and the top of the candle. That is a strong close underneath the 20 MA, right? It's not just a close under 20 MA, but we need gaps between the MA and the candle. That will give us credence that perhaps we're losing momentum and we can have a reversal soon. Also, you have the classical 3 things that happen on every major trend reversal: break a trend. And the nice thing about major trend reversals is that once there's a break of trend, you have one more chance to get out. Because typically they makes a new extreme, and so when it makes a new extreme, and if you think that it's a major trend reversal and you think there's enough loss of momentum, then you come out on that new extreme. And so that's another way that I would manage. Depends on really how strong the trend is. Right now, like we're pretty close to you're only about 3 points away from your stop loss, so anything can happen still. But if this was like way up here, if you're trading like way up here, like 10 points above, then I wouldn't exit unless I have clear signs of a major trend reversal. In my opinion, this is how I would trade it. But David Clappin says you should open a room, charge $199 a month. David Clappin, I could, but hey, I think free is better. Free is better. I like streaming with this community. I don't want to charge people, mainly because I don't think I'll ever feel confident. You know, if I'm charging for a room, then basically I'm saying follow my signals, right? Follow me, follow my trades, and you'll make money. And to me, that's so much pressure. Like I don't think I could do that. I don't want to charge for a room. You know, this is free, and I'm just kind of like just thinking out loud, and you know, and so I'm not like, you know, I'm not. That's not in my plans to do that. To really charge for a room because of the pressure that would bring, right? Basically saying, hey, copy my trades now. I'm telling people basically to copy my trades. At least that's what I feel like, and so, and personally, I would never copy anyone's trades, in my opinion. It's just, unless it's Al Brooks. Maybe Al Brooks, but I don't think Al Brooks really shows you his trades. I believe his trading room, like he says he's not allowed to show his trades, but because of SEC, you know, regulations. But I think he does just read price action, and I would like to actually sit maybe in one of his trading rooms. I might do that one day. You know, I haven't paid for his trading room, so I don't know, but I like to read this price action just from, this is a two-legged pullback Pikachu, but getting too congested, right? So I'm not interested in this Pikachu. Not enough room at the top of the trading range. It's way too congested. This could easily make a point, but I'm not interested because of the congestion here. All right, pandas. It looks like I'm going to be wrapping up here. I hope you guys are doing well. Pandas, please trade safe. Right, don't go on tilt. It's not worth it. JT Carpenter just became a panda. And so yeah, that's another thing. Like this is completely free. And I'm actually taking time out of my work day to do this. And then I get behind on my work and then actually wake up early to work early, get a lot of stuff done before the stream. And then take a break right for the stream and then go right back into work. And so like I'm already like, by the end of the day I'm so spent. I'm just so spent. Just basically like, it's a lot of work. And so it helps when you guys become members and like the channel, like the videos, because this comes at expense of my energy and my time, So pandas. JT Carpenter, thanks for becoming a panda. Thanks for becoming a member. Hey, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge. As will form over time. You'll get your second entry after about, I think, maybe, is it 6 months or 1 year? I think you get your second entry after 6 months. But you'll get your, there's like a super colorful second entry you'll get. And you'll see them as it forms over time. But pandas, enjoy your panda emoticons. But hey, pandas, gonna wrap it up here. Let me know in the chat what you thought about the stream. Give me an emoticon, how you felt about the stream. Gonna wrap it up here. Pandas, seriously, trade safe. Long weekend. No stream on Monday. No stream on Monday, pandas. I will see you guys on Tuesday, right? And yeah, as always, happy trading. God bless. Have a banger weekend. Hope everyone has an amazing long weekend and enjoy it. Right, take some time off. Monday most likely will have very little volatility, so I would say that's a nice day to just reset from the charts. Don't look at it. Get rid of all your tilt. Rebuild your mental capital, emotional capital here. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Take care.